Hey everyone. Today I wanted to tell you guys a short little story. This happened to me about a month or two ago. Um, so if you guys don't know, in the United States we have this beautiful little holiday called Juneteenth. And it's to commemorate the ending of slavery in the United States, which was deemed to be something important enough for a holiday. Unfortunately, it was 200 years or so, or I don't know, 100 years, 150 years after it actually happened. But it's a beautiful little holiday. So me and my friends have this little tradition. Every year we hang out for Juneteenth, and we have these we have little, we call it a cookout, and it's like we eat watermelon and fried chicken, and it's like to commemorate, it's like soul food, and we commemorate the culture of the Black America. And so this cookout is it's our annual routine. It's like something we do that, because not everyone celebrates this holiday. It's kind of usually just, it's a random day of the week. Most people don't, oh no, god dang it, it's Juneteenth, the bank is closed. That's what most people think of it as. But we make it something special, and we celebrate the culture and tradition. And so this was one of our annual Juneteenth, not a cookout, but it was just a day at the lake. We were eating, sorry, a bug landed on me. What the heck? Okay. Anyways, we were eating watermelon on boats, boating around in the lake, doing some fishing, doing all that good American stuff for an American holiday. And so, anyways, the day is winding down. We've eaten a couple watermelons. We're ready to go get our fried chicken or whatever. And so, this is the part where the really awkward situation kind of happened. It was not favorable. It was not, if I had known about this, I would not have done it again, though I don't think I was in the wrong. I'd be interested to get a lawyer's perspective on this. I don't know. I don't think it would be of any issue, though. In this video, you'll see why I'm pretty sure I'm right. But I killed my friend, but that's not, there's a lot more to it than that. So I killed my friend. Well, my friend was dead. So basically, I brought this raft to the lake. And the raft was, it's inflatable, you blow it up, and I was riding around in the lake. And a very important part is that I was riding around with my girlfriend in the lake. And so, we're riding around the lake, but my friend, whose lake it is, wants to, we kind of want to do some roughhousing, or just, a little altercation, a little play, just to keep things interesting, because in life you need to have certain things, you need to you really need to get into the nitty-gritty of it and try and express yourself. And so we're doing some wrestling, and then really annoyingly, he starts to let the air out of my raft, which is like, okay, fine, take away my raft, but don't let the air out. This is, I'm gonna have to go back to the car and pump it up. And so, it's only natural that if someone lets the air out of your raft, I don't know, you might do the same thing. So he's letting the air out of my raft, and so I'm trying to get him off, but he won't stop. I feel like the natural conclusion would be to remove him from your raft in any way possible. And I was also trying to protect my girlfriend. And so I drag him off, but he won't drag off. I get him in the in martial arts, I think they call it the death chokehold. It's basically you grab around someone's neck like this and push down with your hand on the back of their head. This chokehold was actually, I now know, outlawed by the LAPD for being too violent, and the LAPD is no longer allowed to use this on anyone because it's too dangerous. It can collapse your windpipe and it can kill you very easily. And so anyways, I didn't know all that at the time. So, and I just seen this as I saw this as an effective way to prevent my raft from being deflated, which, you know, nobody wants a deflated raft. And so I grab my friend in the chokehold, I pull him away. And so, you know, we love joking around, and he starts saying, "Oh, I can't breathe." And you know, I thought, like, usually if you're saying you can't breathe, I'd expect you to be saying, "I can't breathe," like without any air coming out. But you know, he was still like adding a lot of air, so I was like, oh, he's just like messing around, you know. And so I continue doing it, and then finally, because he's still trying to grab on. Like, if you're still trying to grab on, then I'm just gonna keep doing it. But he can't breathe, and so I get him like out pretty far in the lake, and so finally he goes limp, and so I'm like, okay, finally I win. He gave up. You know, in martial arts, and as in many arts, physical arts, you like double tap when you want to be let out, and so he failed to do that even once, and so, you know, what happened next, I'm not proud of, but I also don't think it was really my fault. So, you know, because everything can kind of be seen as a joke. It's like, oh, I'm dying. We have this little game we play with each other where it's like you do the dead man's float, and you kind of like pretend to be dead, and you're floating down and down and down and down into the water. I'm sure many people have played this game. You just like, you act like you're dead in the water. And so I let him go for a little while because, you know, I think he's just pretending to be dead. And this is where I'm kind of interested in, like, knowing, like, legally what I should have done. I don't think from here there wasn't much I could have done, but he sinks to the bottom, and everyone's like, where did people are watching from the dock, and they were watching their little fight. They're like, well, where did he go? And then after a little bit, I'm like, oh shoot, what the hell? And I dive down, bring him up, but it was too late. He was definitely unconscious for a little while. I think, like, the lack of oxygen to his brain. He was taken to the hospital, and he was, you know, he is okay now, physically. I think there might, well, you know, I'm not a doctor. I can't say, we haven't got the verdict, but something might have happened due to lack of oxygen to his brain. So, yeah, but that was quite a way to end Juneteenth. I don't know, I'm still bummed out about it. It's kind of sad, but, you know. So yeah, if any lawyers are watching, let me know. Also, yeah, thanks for all the good, nice comments on my last video. That, you know, they really helped. Yeah, thanks guys. Make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, stay updated.